This lesson is on the area of composite figures. So composite figures are figures that are made up of two or more shapes. So if you take a rectangle and a trapezoid and you attach them together, we call that a composite figure. So when we're finding the area of composite figures, basically what we're going to do is just find the area of each shape and then add the areas together. Now the hardest part in this is usually trying to figure out how to break up the shapes into their pieces. Once you have it broken up into the pieces, then it's usually not too bad, although you might have to do a little work to find some measurements. So let's look at an example here. So you can see we've got kind of a rectangle here and a rectangle here and a triangle. And so the first thing we want to do is figure out how do we want to break this up. All right, so I would start off by, let's line, if I can get my board to work here. Da-dun-da-dun. Let's put a line across here. And so we have this rectangle right here, okay? And then how about if we just put a line across here and we have this triangle. So now we have shape, I'll label these shape A, shape B, and shape C. So to find the area of this composite figure, we're just going to find the area of each of these pieces, and then we're going to add those together. So B, if you can't tell, that's this big rectangle here. So that's B. C is the triangle, and A is this rectangle here. All right, so let's tackle first. So for shape A, it's a rectangle. This side is 8. So remember the area of a rectangle is just base times height or length times width. So this side's 8. And then we got to do a little work to figure out how long this side is right here. A lot of times my students will put 4, but 4 is this whole thing. Well, if we look across to the other side over here, this piece right here is 2 feet. So this is 2 feet and this is 2 feet. So that means that this piece right here is 2 feet, right? This piece and this piece match up. So if this is 2 feet, then subtract that 2 feet from the 4 feet, and you'll get that this little piece right here is 2 feet. So the area of this rectangle is 8 times 2, or 16 square feet. All right, let's move on to shape B. So B, again, is a rectangle, so we got base times height. So this piece here we've already figured out is 2. So we got that. Now we need to figure out how long it is from here to here. That's a little trickier. All right, so I know this is 10, but I don't know how long that piece is. So let's look at the other side over here. That piece is 7, and that piece is 8. So you got 7 and 8. We can just add those together and get 15. So this side is 2, and this side is 15. 7 plus 8. And we multiply those together, and we get 30 square feet. And now the last piece is the triangle. And remember, the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. 1/2 base times height. And remember, the base and the height are always connected with a right angle. So always look for that right angle, and it's right here. So this side and this side are my base and height. All right, so this piece is 2. So I have 1/2 times 2. And then this other piece, it's a little trickier here. We already talked about earlier that we didn't know how long that piece was. But here's the deal. We know from here to here is 15 feet. We already figured that out because this is 7 plus 8 tells us this is 15. So that means from here to here is also 15. So if we subtract this piece, the 10 from the 15, we'll get that this piece is 5. So 1/2 times 2 times 5. Again, this piece is 2. This piece is 15 minus 10 is 5. So we multiply 2 times 5, that's 10, and then divide by 2, and you get 5 square feet. And so for our final area answer, we just add these three pieces together. So 16 plus 30 plus 5. So our answer is 46 plus 5 is 51 square feet. So that's the area of that composite figure. All right, I got one more for you. All right, so this is a square, right? That's easy. And then this is a semicircle. Semicircle is half of a circle. So you got a circle that's been cut in half. All right, so let's look at A. Formula for the area of a square is just base times height. So the square is 10 times 10, which is 100 square meters. All right, now let's look at the semicircle. So the formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. Since it's half of a circle, we're just going to divide this by 2. So pi times the radius squared, and then divide that by 2. So we need the radius of the circle. So this distance right here, the distance across the circle, is the same as this, right? Because this is one of the sides of the square. So this side is 10. Now, is that the radius or the diameter? The distance all the way across the circle is called the diameter. So that's my diameter. So my radius is half of that. The radius is 5. So that's what we're going to use here. So we're going to do 3.14 times the radius squared. So that's radius times radius. And then we're going to divide all of that by 2. So let me put this in my calculator. 3.14 times 25 divided by 2, and I get 39.25. 39.25 meters squared. All right, so we found the square, we found the semicircle, we treated it just like a regular circle, and then divided it by 2 since it was half of a circle. So now we're going to add these together to find the area of the composite figure. So we have 100 plus 39.25, 39 and 25 hundredths. And so the area is 139.25 meters square. All right, so I hope that was helpful to you. If so, give it a like and a subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. Until next time.